Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is December 13th, 2019. Happy Friday the 13th. I didn't even know it was Friday the 13th till I woke up this morning. We had the full moon last night. I believe that based on what I read, it was at 12:12 a.m., which I find fabulous. 12:12 a.m. on 12:12. What? I hope I didn't misread that because I thought that was fabulous. Anyway, this is a general love reading for the sign of Cancer for the second half of the month of December. Because it's a general love reading, it can pertain to any kind of relationship you're dealing with, romantic or otherwise. It can also apply to situations or circumstances you're dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. Do not be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns I'm using to describe them. You might be represented by any of the characters within the reading that shows up in the cards, and you can interchange those roles. Don't try to make it fit. You'll know if it's resonating, and you'll also know who you are in the reading. You might feel like I'm reading directly for you, but you could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So as always, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. My intention is to reach the people who need the message the most and who will benefit the most from the message. So without further ado, Cancer, here we go. Underlying energy for Cancer, we have the High Priestess paired with the Queen of Swords. And just for the record, Empress. But I'm not taking that card. That's some pretty powerful cards to come out right at the beginning. There's your energy, Cancer. Need I say more? I think the reading's over. Just kidding. We have the Ten of Cups with the King of Wands in reverse. Temperance in reverse. With the Two of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Paired with Page of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords, High Priestess. We also have the King of Wands energy. So right off the bat, we have two people represented on the table. I do feel, Cancer, that you're the Queen of Swords, High Priestess energy. So you could be a very intuitive individual. Maybe you work in the spiritual arts. The Queen of Swords is somebody who can sometimes be a single energy, somebody who is on their own, somebody who has lived it and has a lot of experience under her belt. This is somebody who's high intelligence, a lot of wisdom. Someone who speaks her truth, somebody who stands in her truth, very strong individual, does not shy away from what she believes in her convictions, and she is willing to speak it out loud. The King of Wands in reverse is paired with the Ten of Cups. So I think this is the person you're dealing with. So in the upright position, the King of Wands is a natural born leader. This is somebody that can be potentially a boss, someone with authority, somebody who is ambitious, someone who is active, takes control of situations, does not shy away from responsibility. In the reverse, this could be somebody who is misusing their power of authority. This could potentially be someone who is letting go of their power, or releasing it to someone else, or who's not using their natural gifts properly. Could be an abusive individual. Paired with the Ten of Cups, and I'm not going to put much into these two cards just yet. But right now, I get the feeling that the Queen of Swords is feeling content with the fact that maybe this person has put down his wand for now. Maybe he's conceding to you or handing over the reins to the Queen of Swords, letting you take control of a situation or a relationship, possibly because there's been imbalance, lack of compromise. because of the imbalance, maybe within the relationship or the situation you're dealing with, that something needs to change and a decision's been made, and the Queen of Swords made that decision. Knight of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles. I'm going to reserve my analysis of those two cards until I get some more out here and see what else is going on with Cancer. Clarifying the High Priestess, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. And the Queen is clarified by the Hermit. So she's got the Hermit, she's got the High Priestess. There's a group of people, let me get the rest of these cards out and then I'll talk about them. We've got the Eight of Cups in reverse, clarifying the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Swords, clarifying the King of Wands. The Knight of Swords, clarifying Temperance. The Lovers in reverse, clarifying the Two of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Wands in reverse. So, Three of Cups in reverse. This is a group dynamic, and the Queen of Pentacles came out as I was getting ready to talk about that card. So we have three energies on the table. I do feel like these are three separate energies, mainly because of the Three of Cups right now. There's a group dynamic that's not working right. There's something going on within this group dynamic. King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. This could be a business situation where things aren't working well. This could be a group of friends who aren't getting along. These could be family members. But the fact that this is paired with the High Priestess tells me that it may not be talked about. Maybe this is some conflict within a group dynamic that nobody's talking about or nobody's bringing out in the open. The Queen of Swords has a clear understanding of what's going. She's very intuitive, so without words, and she doesn't need anybody to explain this to her, she's got this figured out. This person feels very highly intuitive, feels very intelligent, and again, I feel like this is your energy, Cancer. You've gone within. You've sought answers by going within. Maybe, again, you might not be on speaking terms with these people, or again, there's just the sense that nobody's talking about the disharmony within this group dynamic. This Queen of Pentacles is feeling like she could potentially be removing herself from the situation or stepping back away from the limelight or trying to get out of... She might be trying to move out of the situation or get away from the situation. I think she also may feel like it's unstable, maybe has learned that whatever this dynamic is, that it's not on stable ground. This could potentially indicate a love triangle. We don't have the Three of Swords, but we've got the Three of Cups. So like a Three is a crowd type dynamic. I don't necessarily mean that this is a romantic situation. This could, again, be a work situation where the third party's kind of getting in the way. You start stumbling over each other. Maybe there's two people that get along, that kind of mesh, that have similar ways of thinking. So this King of Wands feels like he's given up power, or he is bowing out or giving up, that he may want to walk away from the situation. Maybe he thinks that everybody walking away from the situation will make everybody happier, or will result in happiness for everybody. Or maybe this person could potentially feel like he's the problem, and that ending his leadership or stepping out or bowing down or whatever the situation is, that if he gets out of the mix, that the situation will fix itself because he's walking away from the situation. Whatever this is, and I'll get more cards so we can clarify it a little bit. I definitely need some more information here. Whatever it is, there's some action being taken in regards to this imbalance within this group dynamic. And a decision has to be made because there is disharmony. Whether it's between two people within this group or all three, a decision needs to be made because it's imbalanced, it's not healthy, things are not working out. I don't feel like there's a lot of progress being made. If this is a business endeavor, for example, or whatever this group dynamic is involved in right now, it does not feel romantic. We might get some more cards out here that make me change my mind. If for whatever reason this is like a third-party situation or a love triangle situation, if that's the case, I don't feel any like lingering connections. It doesn't feel like one person's walking away and two people are staying together type situation. It almost feels like both the queen and the king are bowing out or letting go of power or kind of handing over the reins to Cancer. This Queen of Swords is very confident, very strong in your energy, Cancer. And it's because you've gone inward. It's because you have a high level of intuition. And I think maybe you knew things weren't going right before everybody else kind of was able to figure it out, that type of thing. So these other two energies feel like they maybe are kind of looking at you and saying, okay, well, you seem to have the answers. Maybe you should be trying to fix this, or maybe you can add some clarity to the situation, that kind of thing. So clarifying the High Priestess, we have the Empress in reverse. And the Two of Swords again in reverse, clarifying the Queen of Swords. So you're the one making the decision, and you're cutting, you're slicing and dicing. You're cutting someone out or cutting out a bad situation or a bad dynamic. There's nothing left within this Empress energy in reverse tells me that there's this barrenness within this group. Something's run out, or there's no more steam left. There's no more fire keeping this going. There's no more passion. This King of Wands has definitely given up control. He just got the Emperor in reverse on top of him. Sorry, I usually tell you what these cards are. With Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands came out earlier. Eight of Swords clarifying Temperance in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse clarifying the Two of Swords. The Knight of Cups in reverse clarifying the Knight of Cups in reverse for this Queen of Pentacles. The love's run out for this Queen of Pentacles. There's something going on with her. And then the Sun in reverse clarifying the Page of Pentacles. So this Queen of Pentacles may be feeling like the love's run out for her. She's not motivated by the connections within this group dynamic. She's not motivated by what's happening within this group. She wants to give up. She wants to walk away. I just don't feel like she has it in her anymore to fight for this, whatever this is. She wants to get out. She doesn't feel secure about what's happening. She's feeling insecure. She's feeling like maybe she needs to think a little bit more about herself instead of others. that this situation is unstable. I think at one time maybe she was a little unclear about the dynamics of this group situation. And you're relieving yourself of, I think you're cutting this person out. You might be firing this person, but there's a sense that, again, the relationship, the time is up on this relationship, and I do feel it's this Queen of Pentacles. Time's up, things have run dry, there's nothing left to salvage, and it's messing things up within this group dynamic. And so you've decided, Queen of Swords, to cut this person out because there's no more compromising. You need to relieve yourself of this burden, which is this person. She's become a burden. And this imbalance within this relationship has kept you feeling trapped, and you need to take action to fix it. And this King of Wands is saying, for God's sake, Cancer, can you just take control? Can you just do this? He doesn't want to deal with this ending. He has the Emperor in reverse clarifying his energy. This guy wants to release all control. He doesn't want to deal with it at all. He doesn't want to be involved. He doesn't want to make decisions. He doesn't want to feel like he has any power in the situation. It might be making him feel very uncomfortable. He wants you to do the work. He wants you to do the dirty work, Cancer. I think he would rather just walk away and leave this all behind. And you two may have had discussions about this, about whether or not to just give this up and walk away and then, you know, seek happiness elsewhere, or just relieving yourself of this mess. Feels like if you just threw it all away, that you could just say, enough. I'm no longer trapped by this if I throw it all away, if I relieve myself of this burden. So I don't know, Cancer, if you are, I mean, you could be an owner of a business, for example, and maybe both of these people are on the chopping block. Because your energy feels like, you know, you have no mercy. You're like, I can do this by myself. I don't need this riffraff hanging around, messing shit up. I can do this shit by myself. If you're going to fuck around and not participate and not be part of the solution, you're going to be part of the problem, then get the hell out. And I think this Queen of Pentacles feels like she has just lost the passion. She probably lost the love. If there was a connection, maybe a friendship connection, family dynamic, partner. Again, it doesn't feel romantic, but I mean, there could be a romantic connection in this mix. And that also potentially could be part of what the problem is that the relationships got in the way of what was happening with the business, or, you know, whatever this partnership was for you three. So let's see what else we get. Clarifying the Three of Cups in reverse, we have Strength. And there's the Ten of Wands again, clarifying the Hermit. So you're responsible for fixing this or relieving yourself of the problem. You might be working long hours to fix problems that have occurred because of these people or this person, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is more of a... she feels like she's more of a problem than this King of Wands. This King of Wands, though, just feels like he's useless at this point in time. Because he doesn't want to take any responsibility for what's going on. Page of Swords in reverse. And he might have just taken off and not even said anything about it. Just made the assumption that you're going to deal with it. Ten of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Ten of Swords in the upright position. This guy may have done this in the past. Just thrown his hands in the air and say, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this shit, Cancer. You deal with it. And then walked out. Or maybe he didn't say anything at all and just said, and you know, threw his name tag on the floor and stormed out of the door. He didn't have to say anything. Cancer's like, well, I know what that means. It means I'm going to have to take care of shit. It means I have to clean up after you. That's what Cancer's saying. Sun in reverse. Five of Wands again. It's been a lot of fighting and arguing. It feels like there's been some competition maybe. Some conflict because maybe there's been some competing energies. I'm better than you, or I can do this better than you, or I have all the answers, or let me take care of business because you don't know what you're doing type of energy. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this Three of Pentacles, this Queen of Pentacles just wants to give up. She's ready. She says this is unstable. This isn't healthy anymore. There's nothing left here for me. Things are messed up. I think she wants to maybe strike out, or maybe she took off and she decided herself that she could do this on her own. She could start up her own business or build something on her own or build something with somebody else. It feels like there's a lot of competing energies on the table here. At one time, I think this group dynamic was fairly strong. You have strength up here clarifying this Three of Cups. I feel like at one time, at the very least, you know, in the past, that this group dynamic between the three of you was quite strong. And since then has just crumbled and come apart. There's just nothing left. Again, I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has likely spoken up and said and expressed her unhappiness within this group dynamic, and maybe he said, there's nothing left here for me, I have to go. Whereas this King of Wands feels like he's this type who will just say, you know, he has all this ambition and he has all these leadership qualities and he has a lot of potential, but when he gets frustrated, and he could potentially have some temper issues, but when he gets frustrated, maybe he abuses his power or he just gives up. He's just not willing to try anymore. And I feel like that's a reoccurring problem with this King of Wands. And that he also is not necessarily very trustworthy. Maybe he has lied in the past. Page of Pentacles, or Page, I'm getting all my cards mixed up today. It's pissing me off. Page of Swords in reverse can indicate somebody who cannot be trusted or somebody who does lie. King of Pentacles in your underlying energy. Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. The Fool in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse also. Knight of Cups for the third time in the same set of cards for this Queen of Pentacles. I gotta show you these cards. Blows me away. I'm using 4 separate decks, and of the 4, 3 are clarifying this Queen of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups in reverse. That is not a random incidental consequence or circumstance. I can't come up with my words. Eight of Pentacles. So this feels like a work situation. Now, okay, Sylvester, he's here now. At least I have all the cards on the table, so I guess you can join us. Cancer, this is Sylvester. He likes to sit on my lap. He's cute, so he gets to. But he's snuffly. He's got issues in his nose, and so he gets congested. He has been to the doctor. We give him nose drops, but sometimes he gets snotty and does his snuffle things and he gets the, I won't even talk about it because it grosses me out. You get the picture. Okay, so, but you got to sit down so I can show these cards to Cancer. Okay, so I want to show you these this set of Knight of Cups cards with this Queen of Pentacles. So she is the Eight of Pentacles also. Page of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. This feels like a work situation that's not going well, and I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is ready to strike out her own because she has lost any compassion, any love, any devotion that she had for this group dynamic or for you. It's gone. She is out the door and she's ready to do something on her own. She might be taking this work opportunity that the three of you and potentially four, there could be more people because now we have a King of Pentacles on the table in your underlying energy. This feels like let me finish I get off track and I start thinking about something else and I don't finish my thought. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, this person, this Queen of Pentacles, feels like she might be taking what she's learned from you and from this other group, from the group in this group dynamic, and she might be striking out on her own, taking her knowledge with her, taking her resources with her. It does feel like she is out the door, but planning on pursuing this on her own or taking this somewhere else. She's not just giving up on everything, she's giving up on the people that are partnered with her. This King of Pentacles, let's talk a little bit about him. So he's also in this group dynamic, but this person might be kind of just sitting in the wings, kind of waiting for the disruption, because I feel like the King of Pentacles is a very loyal individual, someone who's very grounded, somebody who has a lot of business sense, who knows how to get things done, how to take care of those he cares about. He's very dependable. This person's in your corner, Cancer. I don't know who this is to you. They're within this group. I feel like this person's kind of just standing by, waiting for the fireworks to stop, and then he might step in and try to help you fix things because you're still fighting this. You're still making the necessary cuts and then picking up the pieces is what Cancer's doing. You are the workhorse in the situation. You might, like I said before, you might be the boss that's just having to cut some people out of the equation because they're not doing what they need to do. They're not taking care of business. But this King of Pentacles is on your side. This King of Pentacles is loyal, is someone you can trust, is someone that's in your corner and wants to help you make things work. This King of Wands is an individual that you're close to. This could be a family member. This connection is deep, is what I'm trying to say. This person is someone that you're connected to. Again, it could be family. And that's why you're having a hard time either fixing things with this person or getting rid of them or parting ways because this person is close to you. They're significant. Again, could be a family member or just a very close friend that you have longevity with, long-standing relationship with. You have a history together, and this person has meant a lot to you in the past. But this person's unreliable, and again, I feel like they may have had a position of power because they have the connection to you. In other words, there's that entitlement type of situation. I'm just throwing this out there as a possibility. So this person maybe was second in charge next to you, Cancer, because of their ties to you, family ties, close friendship, whatever the case may be. But they have shown themselves to be extremely unreliable. And again, I feel like this person may have walked out, claiming that they're going to go off and seek their happiness elsewhere because there's just too much drama, too much fighting, too much conflict in this dynamic. But I feel like that's a repeated pattern for this person. They're just an insecure individual. Now, this King of Pentacles, I don't know who this person is to you, but this person is probably hanging out thinking, yeah, because the King of Wands had my position, I should have been sitting next to you because I can help you get this job done. This is the person waiting in the wings, standing by, and ready to support you in this endeavor, this business, whatever this is for you, Cancer. And this Queen of Pentacles feels a little bit like an opportunist. Like she's taking what she can get out of the situation and then taking advantage of the situation, and then she's out of there. I don't know if she ever had devotion. With the Knight of Cups 3 times in her energy, I don't know that she ever had devotion in this situation with you. I don't know that she ever had your back. She might be claiming that, you know, the situation is unstable because of your problems with this Knight, this King of Wands, and blaming that for her reason to bail, take what she can get out of the situation and leave. She's just not willing to put in the effort to make it work because she feels like maybe this King of Wands is a detrimental to the situation and is ruining things, and that she doesn't have any control over that, so she has to go. But I don't know that she ever had, it doesn't feel like she ever had loyalty towards you. I'm just getting that really strongly off of this set of cards. So Cancer, I'm going to pull a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for, I'm not taking those two because I just started shuffling, for the end of this reading. Maybe give you some advice or some confirmation on how you're feeling about things. I do feel like you have a strong energy that you've got things under control. It's taking a lot of work. I do feel like you're working hard. You might you might be having to pick up the pieces because these other people around you haven't been doing their fair share, and so you're having to work a little harder alongside this King of Pentacles to make up for the difference or to make up for their mistakes. But I think that you're putting your foot down at this point in time. I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore, where the people that are surrounding you in this situation are causing you more work than they are helping you in the situation or helping you make things progress and move forward. So let's get a card for Cancer to end this reading, Spirit. One last card for Cancer. Sum it all up. Give them an idea of which direction they should move. Last piece of advice. These cards are feeling sticky this morning. Is that 2? That's like 4. I can't take 4 because I read out of the book. If you've watched my channel, this last card I'm going to read from the book, and I don't want to read 4 cards. I just want to read 1. I don't mind if 2 come out. That's okay too, but I prefer 1. Just 1. And Spirit, this video is running long. We're at 33 minutes already, almost 34 minutes. So if you could speed up the process. Sometimes I can't help if the videos get long because Spirit doesn't cooperate with me. That's the one. So we have Choice in reverse. It came out in reverse. This is the Fool card in the traditional tarot deck, but this deck, as those of you who have watched my channel know, have very different meanings, and that's partly why I read out of the book, but they're also still not as familiar to me, and I like how the book describes the cards, so I'm likely to just keep reading out of the book. So if it's in reverse, it's considered a potential block. It's just about a half a page. I will display the card in the upright position so you can see it. Are you spending all of your time looking for options and opportunities because you do not like the options that have already been presented to you? Sometimes our searching fails to uncover a choice that brings us happiness or an outcome that we desire. So we continue to look, hoping that something better will come along. In this way, we may be only delaying the inevitable. The reverse choice card symbolizes a need to accept that sometimes the only choice available is the one we do not want to make. Sometimes we have to choose the next best option or the path of least reward. Sometimes the path of least reward will lead us to unexpected treasure. Sometimes we are limited to a choice that will bring us happiness, albeit fleeting, and one that will not, a choice between immediate gratification and self-sacrifice. Make your choice with the awareness that instant gratification might not prove to be the most rewarding option. Do not allow a fear of being unhappy or disliked or having to work hard or go without prevent you from making a choice that will bring greater rewards and benefits in the future. Consider that your procrastination or your inaction may result in someone else making a choice for you and creating a future that is even less to your liking. Well, that's about as clear as it gets, right? You're making some difficult choices right now, Cancer, that may have you feeling a little bit like a hard ass because you might be slicing and dicing your workforce. That's what this feels like to me. It feels like you're a boss slicing and dicing a workforce. And they're not fun choices to make. They don't make you happy. It may have been, a situation that has delayed your progress or your business, whatever this is for you. But sometimes we have to make choices that are not necessarily fun and that don't lead us directly to what we're hoping for. So I thought this was a very interesting reading, Cancer, a very unique one, not one I'm used to getting. I think that you are definitely strong in your energy, and you need to continue to trust yourself because you're obviously headed in the right direction based on what the cards are telling me. So I think Spirit's got your back. This person has your back too. Make them vice president. Or what do they call it? You're the CEO, so they're assistant CEO. I don't know what those business terms are. Anyway, this person needs a promotion because he's standing by your side and he's going to help you through this shit mess, this chaotic shitstorm that you're dealing with right now. And yeah, you know what? King of Wands might be family, but if he can't live up to expectations and he's just all about entitlement and you have to treat me with respect because I'm related to you or whatever the situation is with this guy, I think that needs to be done too. And I think you're clear on that. You're very clear on that, Cancer. So anyway, congratulations on whatever it is you're pursuing. I think that you are moving in the right direction. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and it helped you out in some way. So thank you for joining me, and I hope I see you again sometime. Bye, Cancer.